Hello, and welcome back to our MekHQ playthrough, Raven Acquisitions. The last episode, we had some good little battles. We came in on top, and now we're coming up on a mission where we have a chance to control the battlefield, and therefore, an opportunity for salvage. That would be pretty good for us, because we could use the money at this point. We have invested pretty heavily into these oversized, like overstrength reinforced lances of ours. And it's time that we start making some money, making some of it back. Okay, we have forces returning from the area of operations. Let's deploy the hover lance and the mech lance down here. And now we have to go to this battle. That is today. So we'll deploy our maneuver lance. That is our most powerful formation. And we'll go to the briefing room, select the mission, start the game, and off we go. We are starting northeast. We're starting northeast, and the enemy recon mech is also starting northeast. And then the rest of it is starting southwest. All right, let's do it. Not too bad of a looking, too bad of a map so far. Oh, cool. Yeah, we can start like all the way down here if we want to. In fact, we will. The Orion can start here. The Awesome can start here. The Ostrock can start here. The Grand Dragon will start back here a little bit. What's the construction factor on these bridges? 96, so they will support our weight, but no need to worry about it right now. We're not going to be using that one. So we get the Orion up top here where you can see over. Let's see what the enemy actually has. What do you got over here? We have a Sentinel, Battle Master. How good are the pilots? 5.6, 5.6, an Archer, 4.5. What is this? 5.6 Dervish and a 5.6 Clint. And then in the back here, they have another Battle Master. It's a 4.5. So they brought out the heavy guns, but so did we. Okay. Lost Rock. It's going to be lagging behind a little bit. Grand Dragon. We're just moving this, using this ridge line here to move up. How about we just jump over? Easy? Easy enough for you? Let's twist. We do have some shots on 11s. I have 20 rounds of ammo. 20 and 16. Let's just do it. Hitting 12s. Hitting 13s. So we'll skip that. Don't think we can hit on a 14, so we will not worry about that either. Need 11s to the Battle Master, so we're going to fire. Oops, hang on. We're going to fire a couple rounds at him. PPC's away. Way we scored a PPC hit on the Sentinel in the leg. It's a good way to open the battle. Needing a 12, you roll a 12, and it's a leg hit on a lighter. I think the Sentinel is it's a medium mech, but it's like a lighter medium. I think it's 40 tons. The awesome. We'll cruise along. Grand Dragon will start getting out in front there. Awestruck. We're gonna walk him so we don't slip on the so we don't slip on the pavement. Then we've got the grasshopper in the back. All right. Out of range. What about my LRMs? 11s, 9s on the Sentinel. Let's go for the set. Well, the Sentinel isn't really that big of a long range threat, so let's focus on that Archer for now. Grand Dragon needs an 11. Yeah, we'll do it. The Archer is their biggest long range threat, so if we can put a little bit of damage on him early on, it will be to our advantage. Couple of PPCs. Yep. The Archer only needed 9s. Okay. Time to start moving the Orion in. Well, approach our whole force will start moving in here. This grasshopper, I'm just really excited and happy to use the grasshopper because it really feels like one of our best mechs. Hey, there comes this scout lance. What is that? It's a panther. It's a crosscut and a dig king. Okay. A couple of industrial mechs. So I'll send the Phoenix Hawk back there to deal with that. Just get them off my back. Okay. 9 versus 9. Let's keep on firing at that awesome or that archer. Phoenix Hawk. Too much heat for hitting on 10s. And then we got the Grand Dragon needing 9s. Grasshopper needs an 8. That's the kind of pilot right there, that 2-3 pilot that I have that I would love to get into a fire support mech like the Awesome. So 8s on the Battlemaster. Oh, look at those swarm missiles go. Need 6. Why does he need 6? Gunnery M skill. Oh, he must. Oh, he must have missile skill. Wow. Okay. Dang, that's a good mech or good pilot. Gunnery missile. So that explains that. Gonna walk the awesome. And I want to, since they're firing swarm missiles, I do want to spread out a bit. Grasshopper, he'll just walk. Get your basic movement modifier. All right, well, as much as I want to focus on the archer, we do have much easier targets here in this Battle Master. Oh my gosh, this map is just too narrow for how wide I have this. There we go. Grand Dragon, twist, sevens, sixes. So we'll fire off the mediums. I think that Grand Dragon will eventually go. Like it's not really the kind of mech that it's too weakly armed. Like it just doesn't have enough oomph to it to justify being like a 65-ton mech or whatever it is. What's going on over here? There's the Sentinel. 11 versus 6 versus 7. So we're gonna fire off 3 PPCs at the Battle Master. Yeah, I put that Grand Dragon out in front for now to just eat up some damage. I'm not kicking the bridge. So what is the win condition here? 50%. But we also claim the field. So that's something to remember. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could move into that spot where the Grand Dragon is. So for now, let's move the Ostrak down here. Get him behind some partial cover. The Orion, what is that? That is a Clint. He's a little bit jumpy. So we can go like that. Well, yeah, you know what? Go ahead. The Grand Dragon's going to eat a lot of hits here. But that's why I'm sending him forward like this. So the Awesome will stay still. He'll also be a good target, but this should split the enemy a little bit between, because they do go for the best numbers for the most part. Okay, we're gonna jump the Phoenix Hawk like so. And let's actually fire the Phoenix Hawk now so I can move this window back over. Done. Okay. And then I can fire at either target. How's this Battle Master looking? Battle Master is looking a little bit rough. So we're going to select our Orion. And we'll fire some Crit Seekers into him. The Grand Dragon's going to twist and fire into this Battle Master up here. Actually, I'm going to fire PPC at the Sentinel in the back, and that's 9s. Okay. That. Prepare to get hit, Grand Dragon. Grasshopper at the Battle Master with some medium lasers thrown in to make it hurt. This is the Ostrak. Getting 8s to hit. We're just going to put everything into this Battle Master. If we can hit him in the leg and knock him down or something, that would be pretty darn good. It's a Clint. How's the armor look on the Clint? As I recall, it doesn't have great armor. It does not. If I hit it anywhere with PPCs, it's going to get knocked down. It's going to go through. So we will overheat this turn. Okay, I see some hits on that leg. Clint is down. Battlemaster still on his feet, living up to his namesake. Let's give this guy a kick. We missed. Fine. The Battlemaster is the mech that Hans Davian was still using, despite the fact that he had access to basically any mech he wanted. So I'm back up the Ostruck a little bit. What happened over here? Had a little bit of movement. The Awesome is going to stay still again. The Grand Dragon is going to move into this heavy forest. And oops, hang on. I'm holding on control instead of shift. Turn like this. And the Orion. Oh, that's not good. I'm not going to get any kind of modifier. That's going to hurt. He's going to get absolutely clobbered here in a minute. But he just has to survive one more turn. Grasshopper. Get him in there. Phoenix Hawk. Just going to stay still. All right, Phoenix Hawk. I'm going to fire everything into this guy. And then the Awesome. 2 shots into the Battlemaster. The Ostrock. He can fire a shot into the Battlemaster. The Orion. Very unfortunate here. But I can start punishing this archer a little bit. And the Grand Dragon can twist to bring his PPC to bear on that Battlemaster in the back. And we're going to twist and fire at the Battlemaster with all of our Grasshopper weapons. Let's need the Orion not to explode. Hey, we head capped the Battlemaster. Look at that. That's really good. That's very cool. We're gonna kick this guy up here. And he's still on his feet. Oh, he's got a chainsaw. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Industrial mech. Okay. The Awesome will stay still. The Ostrock is going to start moving in with the rest of them. Grand Dragon is going to go like this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. The Orion getting into some cover. He took um a mighty he's actually still pretty good. He's still going. And then the Grasshopper will go. He's going to jump up here. Claim that woods so that the enemy can't use it, can't maneuver. We're going to what we're going to do with this? We can walk like this and turn around. Okay. The Orion. Let's see. We need a new target. We're now close range, so the archer isn't quite the threat. There is another battle master here, so let's start chopping away at that thing. Fire and go. Phoenix Hawk. We're gonna twist. Get our weapons on this crosscut mech. It's a logger mech design basically. 7. I'm in the rear arc, so I can go like that, and I can overheat a little bit. Let's take advantage. We're gonna put everything into this battle master. Try and knock him down. What is this? This is the dervish. His armor isn't great. Tends to hit the dervish because he jumped, so we will focus on the battle master. And we're gonna overheat somewhat to do so. The dervish can get a triple PPC to and done. Basically just looking for things that pop up, like that dervish falling over, the battle master falling over, the good stuff. And now we're gonna try to kick this fella in the dome. Oh, come on. Close. Oh, there we go. That's annoying. Kick. Yes. Uh, kick. Yes. Dig King took a kick to the right torso. And I just got a reply from one of the developers of MekHQ about that scenario from, yeah, it would be yesterday for you, so that it was earlier for me. But the question about the convoy where I captured the convoy, but I didn't, like, we were wondering, I was wondering at least, like, what that meant. If you capture enough of them, at the end of the scenario, you get a resupply dialogue pop up. So I guess we didn't capture enough. We captured 2. I'm currently a 4-6 because of my heat. So we'll just run up there. The Awestruck is going to eat some damage for doing this, but at least it's taking damage away from the rest of the lance at this point. The Orion's going to scoot up here. The Phoenix Hawk is going to stay right here. Where did the where did the other mech go? But we're going to skip movement. The Grasshopper is going to jump over here to confront the archer. Just get in his face. So now we're going to target the Battle Master still. And we're going to fire some SRMs at him. And what's happening here? Where did the archer? Oh, there he is. Okay. Cool. Phoenix Hawk. Medium laser. Still running hot. And then the awesome. Firing into the rear of the Battle Master, I believe. Just 2 PPCs for now. Ostrak firing into the rear of the dervish. So we're going to overheat somewhat to do this. We're going to twist. Fire into the rear of the archer with a PPC. Done. Twist. Fire at the battle master with just a bunch of guns. All right. Oh, well, we hit the LRMs on the dervish, but was nothing in there. I guess we weren't shooting the archer in the back, shooting it in the side profile, side table. Ooh, this is starting to get on my nerves. This map is too narrow. All right. Now, the awesome is going to skip movement, do the awesome thing. The Phoenix Hawk is going to skip movement. The Grasshopper is going to go just down here, give him a +1 movement modifier. The Grand Dragon is going to go right here. The Ostrak is free to move now. And the, what is this? Sentinel. So I'm going to back up into the forest. All right, so I have shots into the Battle Master's back again. We'll unload everything, well, all of our short range firepower at least. Phoenix Hawk, same target. Still overheating. Starting to think I took an engine hit or something, but he's just constantly running hot. Select into the dervish or the archer. The archer is the easy target here. So here we, oops. Here we go. 3 PPCs. Don't mind if we do. I can fire at the Battle Master. I'm running pretty hot with the Grand Dragon, and he actually needs to maneuver. So we're going to do 1 medium laser at the dervish. Spend a turn cooling down. Done. And 1 large laser. So how'd the Orion do? I mean, I missed him with the AC-10. I only needed a 3, but I didn't really manage to hit him in the torso, the rear torsos anyhow. Skip. Dig King is still alive up there. Still going strong. The Archer, or the Awesome, is going to skip movement. The Grand Dragon is going to skip movement, just be a weapons platform for a minute. The Orion is going to back up this way, put some more woods between him and the enemy. Phoenix Hawk, can this thing move? It can, so we're going to go back down here to the Ostrak, get him into the forest. I'm gonna go to the grasshopper. So which leg is weaker on the dervish? Left leg? So grasshopper can jump. I can't quite reach his left rear, but my legs are fresh. So I'm gonna go like this. And then the Peahawk is just gonna skip movement again. We're gonna go to the Peahawk. We're gonna do some shooting. My heat is slowly coming down on him. The Orion. I'll fire a few crit seekers. The Dragon is going to shoot at. How's this archer looking over here? He is in some. Well, he's actually fine. So let's focus on the Battlemaster a little bit longer. Again, when possible, you do want to focus your fire as much as you can. What if I twist? I could. Better numbers on the Battlemaster than I have on this Dervish. And then the Ostrak. I think he's just going to unload on this archer here. Done. And then the Awesome can do the same thing or shoot it. The Battlemaster. So 2 shots, needing 6s, so we'll fire all 3 of them. Yep, we're tearing chunks off the Battlemaster. Dig King fell. So we're going to get this out of the way and give him a kick. We're going to give this Dervish a kick. Missed a kick, and so did the Dervish. Fair enough. The Dervish is very nimble. It's not a great mech, but it can be a nimble one. It can be a hard kill. The Awesome will hold still again. The Ostrak is going to hold still. No, actually, hang on. The Grand Dragon is going to hold still. The Ostrak's going to get involved there. Where did the Dervish go? Did he retreat off the board? Maybe. So I'm going to run with the Grasshopper up here to try to intercept that Battlemaster before he can retreat. We're going to back up. We're going to back up into this heavy forest. Try to keep the Orion alive as long as possible. And this is the Sentinel. So the Ostrak's going to go like this. And just be ready to kick the archer in the head if possible. Alright, looks like we ejected the Dig King. So it's time to get down here and come back into the main battle. So the goal here is try to knock this Battlemaster out before he can retreat. Because even if we even if we core him or something, he still counts as, like, he should still go into the salvage pool. And then Grand Dragon shooting a PPC into the back and some LRMs into the back of that archer. We're going to fire medium laser, I think, and yeah, this little stuff into the archer. I don't really want to knock him down. Then 7s to hit the Sentinel. There we go. Gyro hit, Battlemaster's down. So he's going to go into he should go into the salvage pool here. Give him a kick. Kicked him in the, well, he fell on his ammo, so he's out. The enemy has one mech remaining, just the Sentinel. The Orion's going to stay up here. The Phoenix Hawk's going to jump down here. The Grand Dragon's going to back up here. The Awesome is going to stay still. Grasshopper's going to come over here, and I'm going to jump over here and capture. Hang on. Ostrock can go right here, like this. Yeah, then I can jump down here and capture this pilot. Sentinel fell down and hit his ammo that was empty. We're going to skip firing, skip. Just shoot some medium lasers at this little Sentinel. PPC. Yeah, one PPC shot plus a few little lasers. Some lasers. And I can keep on overheating. Yep, so the Sentinel took a lower leg hit, so... Oh, Andy's down. Alright, let's kick him. And kick him. He's dead. Kicked him in the center torso. And kicked him in the head for good measure. We picked up the pilot. Enemy is completely destroyed. Done. Nope. We retain control of the battlefield. Yes, we do. Don't mind if we do. Let's see. The Battlemaster, we head capped him, so we're going to salvage that. And then the rest of this stuff, the Archer, let's take a look at the unit. It's pretty messed up, but we might be able to salvage it. We're over. Okay. Then in that case, we'll sell off the Battlemaster just to get some cash. And we'll leave the rest in the pool to contribute towards the next one. We did capture that Archer pilot. Let's take a look at him. Her. She's the gunnery missile. Nice. Maybe we can recruit her somehow. So the Archer went down to getting kicked by the Ostrock. The Dig King went down to the Phoenix Hawk. And that is that. Complete victory. Excellent. Excellent. So we got basically about 600,000 C-bills there, a little bit of liquid cash to help us recover. Okay, area of operations, let's advance a day. Advance a day, and we've returned from deployment now. Now we need to go here into the hangar and find the Battlemaster and assign it a technician. We'll give him this regular tech here. And let's go to the repair bay. This Orion is pretty beat up. We're going to move that Battlemaster into the... Oh, it's already in the basic facility. All right. We are pirate hunting, so we actually have access to, as part of our house rules, we're doing defensive missions here. Like we're on a Davian planet working for Davians, so we're using their facility. So there's a lot of repairs that need to be done. Let's go over here to parts needed report and order all. And let's order a bunch of SRM6 ammo for Infernos. 25 shots in transit. Let's order a little bit more of that. We have some in inventory. Okay. Now, repair bay. No ammo in stock. No ammo in stock. We need to repair the torso on this thing. Oh, we have 2 elite technicians now. Perfect. So we'll do that. We'll do all the stuff's on order. Okay, so we'll just do the regular mass repair salvage. So select all the active units, except for we're going to leave the Battlemaster out. Okay, it's an inactive unit. Okay, so repair, salvage everything, advance a day. We will go to area of operations. We're going to drop in up here with our mech force. Nothing. We're going to drop in here with the hover force. Nothing. So we're still searching for the base of operations for the pirates, I think. I think that's what we're simulating here. The Ostrock. These guys love getting their arms knocked off, don't they? We can move him over to maintenance facility and work on him with a veteran tech. Cool. Replace the armor. Go with one of our ultra green guys for that. Failed. He gets an XP for failing. He can do a little bit more. What about this guy? A little bit here, a little bit here. Okay, the Ostrock's up and running. Let's mass repair salvage on this thing. And hopefully this stuff will start working itself out. There's a lot to do there. We're on a Thursday. Have we checked the personnel market? Oh, veteran mech warrior. Hire. And a doctor. We already have doctors. We're good. Well, I wouldn't mind having a rifle platoon, like a jump rifle platoon for security. So we'll hire them. Let's check the hangar. Oh, the partisan tank has arrived. Let's activate them. The Saracen hover tank is here. Well, let's hire a complement for them and assign them a tech. We're running out of mechanics that have spare time. Then we have infantry. Where is the infantry? Jump platoon. There they are. We're going to send them over. They're 7-3. They're terrible, but add the infantry. Hang on, what's this? Saracen. Hover Lance. Oh, we have no crew. What's going on here? Oh, geez, this prisoner is messed up. They lost an arm and a leg, so I don't think they're gonna be much good to us anymore as a. How did we lose the pilots? Like, how did we lose the crew for the warrior? I thought we had a decent. I thought we had a good crew in there. What the heck is going on? Well, we've gone from being like a 4-2 to a 5-5 somehow. Not sure how we managed to do that. Oh well. All right, so the Saracen tank is just going to have to sit out for now. Once we can get a little bit something different set up for them, they can join a unit once we set one up. Okay, let's deploy the hover tanks and then the mechs. Nothing. It's Saturday now. Let's check our personnel market before it rolls over. Vehicle crew member. All right, let's check it again. Vehicle gunner. So this feels like the same thing I just saw. It feels very similar to what I just looked at. What is this? Oh, someone got married. Oh, crackpot. That's our Orion pilot. She got married. Congratulations to you. Well done. All right, let's put the mech lance down. Convoy raid. Here we go. Oh, it's a turning point too. Enemy supply convoys on the move. It's a Cliffs map. I get to choose any mech force I want. The more convoy engines to survive, the greater the spoils. Disabling transports instead of outright destruction may increase salvage potential. That's a secondary concern, stopping the convoy. Will not control the field, so this is another chance to, if we can take out the Op 4 and the recon mechs, 50% of those will force the convoy to surrender. And the convoy, 2200 battle value. That might actually be enough to get some spoils, because I did get the answer here. Like I said, I got the answer about the convoy spoils. You have to capture enough of them, and you'll get a resupply thing after the scenario, which is this is the scenario. Okay. Well, do we have anything that needs repaired? Settled in. Battlemaster. We just need to wait for parts to arrive. That parts needed report. Let's order 85-ton mech left leg. Let's order one more of those. Just for the future. You never know. And this goes off 3 days from now. So we'll advance a day. Cool. So we'll get the Battlemaster's leg here in 25 days. So it's going to be a little while. Then we can reload the ammo. So the Saladin's up and running. And that's it. We're almost at 50 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and call that here. I would say good job, good battle. We earned a little bit of money. We picked up a, let's check the marketplace, personnel market update. Yeah, this feels very similar to what we just looked at. But good job. We managed to pick, maybe updates on Sundays, but we picked up a new mech, the Battlemaster. We got a little bit of salvage here and there. And we're doing a good job. Let's check the briefing room here. The enemy morale is weakened. So if I hover over this, they are disorganized. Cool. Anyhow, I appreciate you very much for being here, and I will see you next time.